What's up, everybody? How are we doing? Bad Omens here.
We're all here, yes.
Yeah, we're all here. Yeah, so this is the live stream listening event for the Death of Peace of Mind, and we kind of put this together a little last minute because we were put on this tour a little last minute.
There we go.
There we are.
There we are.
We're watching the same
as you are.
Same.
20 seconds late.
Yeah, we're kind of late ourselves watching the chat and watching the playback. So yeah, but yeah, we kind of put this together because we somehow landed in LA on the day of album release for our new record, which was crazy serendipitous. So yeah, we wanted to do something for all the diehard fans to come and hang out with us for a little bit and chat and listen to the record and just talk about it. We only have 2 hours and the record's almost an hour long, so naturally we're going to be talking a little bit over the songs at times, and we'll probably like for a couple minutes between songs. So if you have, a question, it might get answered between songs, it might get answered while we're just kind of reflecting and talking about making the record as the songs are playing. Or it might not get answered at all.
Yeah, it might just be ignored. But we'll try. We'll do our best for sure.
Yeah.
We're reading constantly, and we'll try to pick up if you have a good question. We'll try to answer.
Yeah, and I see a lot of Twitch folks in here, and Jolly and I are familiar with Twitch, so we're pretty good at managing the chat and trying to get to the questions. So we'll get to it for sure. But yeah, let's just get it started because we got a long record to sift through here.
Yes.
You want to start with Concrete Jungles, track 1?
Here we go.
One of my favorite tracks, maybe my favorite track on the whole record.
Maybe the one.
That's why track 1. And if there's any leveling issues with audio, just let us know in the chat. If it's we're too loud or too quiet over the music, I'll try to fix. I love those pluck sounds.
Yep.
I feel like we use that a lot on the record.
It's been a minute.
In the Gray, Death of Peace of Mind.
Yeah, someone spelled the city name right.
Your city?
Jönköping.
I said it's enough. I begged and I ran in circles. I come to the sun.
I can't pick a favorite song, Hayes. I wish I could. This one's definitely up there. This is, if not my favorite, maybe second favorite. Also, for any of the newer fans, I don't know if you picked up on it, but there's a lot of lyrical callbacks to the first 2 records in this song, which is what I feel like made it a really cool opening track, because it kind of tells the story in a conceptual fashion. Disco snare. Yeah, full circle, exactly. I said turn the music up just a tad louder. So turn the music up just a little louder. So much free pro parts too.
Yeah,
it's so sick. Dude, I love that kick when you did. To this day, it's like my favorite part of the breakdown. Dude, now it's gonna be a little too loud, so maybe just turn it down a little bit. I can't decide. Is it too loud, too quiet?
Turn down the music. Turn down the music.
Oh my God, turn it down.
You never know if you'll get what you wish for. I climbed to the sun and I fell in a concrete jungle.
Turn down a little more. There we go. Feels good. Or we just start yelling.
Yeah, we'll turn it down and we'll start screaming.
Clipping.
There we go.
I say
First
turn
one.
it up. Shut up.
Yeah, we didn't have a poll. We're just rolling in, huh?
Yeah, we'll just roll the first two and then we'll take a break after and talk for a little bit.
Yes.
Because they just gotta keep the energy going with these first two tracks. Do the break beat. I know this is Matt's favorite song.
When you sent me this demo, I thought this was such an interesting note choice when you hit this falsetto right here.
Everything goes out. The
Yeah,
guitars
I was like-
disappear, and it's just drums and bass and vocals, and it's really cool.
Yeah, it just drops the drum and bass. It's really cool. I saw something about a UK tour, and just know we're trying to get to UK and Europe, but COVID stuff is way crazier over there right now. Do that fill. Back to the just drum and bass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Matt's running the playback for this.
Front of house.
Yep. So Jolly, what's your favorite song? Do you have a favorite on the record?
Maybe I like. It's a hard question again, but I personally like Bad Decisions a lot.
Little ride action.
Oh yeah, I forgot you switched to the ride there. That was a good touch. All these little details. It's kind of like a movie you have to watch a few times and like pick up little things along the way every time. Movie references are there in clips? There's a ton. We just put like all the inspiration visually from stuff that we love in like media, you know, in movies or TV shows or whatever. I feel like art's just a vacuum and kind of just make new things that are inspired by old things, and history repeats itself in cool ways, you know? I'm assuming most people have already listened to all the songs, so we're not like talking over it for your first time hearing it. But
You just have to listen again.
Dubai, I would love that. That sounds cool. I don't know if we have plans to go to Dubai anytime soon, but that sounds awesome. Honestly, COVID just really messed a lot of touring stuff up, especially when it goes to international type of tours. I think there's gonna be some more singles, yeah. I don't want to give too much away, but this album is not done getting pushed in your face. What inspired the album art? We didn't come up with the album art ourselves. It was a photo that we had found that I think Nick found, actually. Nick found the photographer, and just the meaning that he had behind the photo and just the actual composition of the photo itself and the colors, it all just felt very like appropriate and in line with the album's vibe and you know, with our previous aesthetic, I guess, with the first record's album art, with the sheet and the bridge and the woman under the sheet and stuff. So it felt really cohesive in a coincidental kind of way. which was really cool. But yeah, we'll take like a 2-minute break from listening and try to answer more questions now that we're not playing the music. Favorite music video to shoot?
Oh man, they're all just the same, honestly.
Jolly hates shooting music videos.
It's like, to me, it's like I don't know which one is coming out. I know I've done it, like because we did a lot of them, and they were just kind of sitting online to be edited and whatnot. To like at the, like, I don't, which one is that? Like I've stopped.
And like half of them were green, so.
But yeah, on the
you don't even know what.
No, you don't know what to expect.
What's
until
coming out for what?
Dude, the fun thing is that the most recent one, I think I saw the first time when it was up. When it was released, I was like, okay, here we go. I was like, let's do it live.
Yeah.
That's fun.
What was the inspiration in the music video? Well, we always want the visuals to be like cohesive with the concepts on the record, lyrically and sonically. And this record, if it wasn't obvious, is very, dystopian and almost futuristic and dark and cyber in a way. And I really wanted to capture that in the visuals. And Ori, most people know by now that the guy that does our videos, Ori, he did a great job obviously of doing that. You can really see it in like Artificial Suicide and Like a Villain, where there's just the vibrant colors and the electricity and the futuristic looks and the the Blade Runner type looks and stuff like that.
Yeah, some of them, a lot of work went into, like, a lot of them were on green. Mm-hmm. But then some of them was that we had to create everything around it, like, so some of it was just like a whole day of just setting up the scenery and then just going in and headbanging for an hour.
Yeah, my favorite type of video is when we mix like VFX and practical stuff, which the Death of Peace of Mind mostly was, which was also like the hardest video because like the walls with the hands, Jolly and I like hand painted because we like had to rent the flats from this place and they were like dented and they were a different color, so we had to like repaint them, and then all the actual holes and stuff. Or
try renting a big ass truck and just to be able to have this.
It's crazy like how much it's blended in between real and fake in that video. Like the holes in the hands were all done in post on green, and like some of the like velvet posts in the video were artificial and some weren't. Like it was crazy how much magic Ori made happen with those videos.
For sure. All right. That's enough talk we have.
Yeah. Let's start with the next song. Take Me First. We never really have like too much of a preset destination for a record. We just try to make good songs and try to make them cohesive as possible, and with this record I feel like that really happened naturally. Yeah. We really wanted it to feel like futuristic and electronic and sensual and dark. We definitely have plans to do some orchestra type stuff with this record. We have a lot of plans, honestly, in the bag with this. Like, we have a lot of touring that's been happening, that's been making the schedule very difficult, but there's going to be a lot of stuff happening this year with this record that is on the back burner right now. Also want to shout out Eric Ron. This is a song we co-wrote with him on the record and co-produced.
Oh yeah.
No, different actress. Not the same one from the artwork. Who designs your merch? Our good friend, good buddy, Davis Ryder. Speaking of merch, there's merch you can buy through this live stream when you go to the checkout process for getting a ticket for the live stream. If you already have a ticket, obviously, and you're here, you probably saw that screen. But if you want to check out some of the merch that's only available during this stream, you can just open up a new tab or after it's over, go back to the link to buy a ticket and go in there and pick something up from the store. And there's no sellouts this time because it's all
You can't sell it
it's
out.
all pre-order stuff. So there's unlimited merch until this link expires.
It's too late to turn back now. Oh God, I tried, but I don't know how. If I could escape it, I'd trade it, but then you can take it. If it doesn't take me first.
Why do you wear a glove on your left hand? I lost the right one.
It was half off.
I couldn't find the right one. I
You
said
can only afford one.
I guess it is one.
Next record you can afford two.
Yeah, maybe next record we'll have a budget for 2 gloves.
Sweet. Yeah, I haven't heard that song in a minute. That was good.
Yeah, remind me, we gotta get one of those hoodies from this drop because that's like one of my favorite hoodies we've ever done. And I think there will be some left over.
Noise.
Melismas. Oh yeah, we've been driving the melismas into the ground this record.
Yes. Okay. You're going up. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
We have like a timer for like talk
Yeah.
time.
You're like, why are you going up? That's how you do it.
Favorite games you guys are playing? I know Nick's excited for Elden Ring. I know everyone's talking about that.
Oh, Elden Ring.
Someone on Twitter was like talking about the album coming out in Elden Ring, and they were like, I'm not gonna play Onion Ring. I'm gonna listen to the Death of Peace of Mind.
I'm not gonna play Onion Ring.
It's not Onion Ring.
That's not what it's called.
Where did the idea for the ski mask come from? I don't know. We just thought it would be cool.
They're mysterious.
Yeah, we like crime
Yeah, we apparently.
and skiing.
Yeah,
We don't condone crime.
it's for skiing.
Uh,
For when you ski.
Any specific cities you love touring in? We love Lincoln. Lincoln's great.
Nebraska?
There's something I find that I enjoy about almost every city we tour in. So,
Oh yeah.
you know, it's hard to say for sure. It's like picking a favorite song. Are we on time? Nice. Anywhere in the world. I don't know. Fucking Mars.
If you could perform anywhere in the world,
Where would you perform?
for an empty Mars.
Aquarium. Hell. Heaven.
Scoobert Dubert's van.
Remember that interview?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. Would you guys come to? I'd love to come to Ireland.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
I've never been there yet. Wales and Ireland. Haven't been there.
I kind of sucked at singing until like 2 years ago, in my opinion, and I still feel like I have a lot of ways to go. But yeah, I just kind of taught myself, and I had tips I picked up here and there from people along the way.
Okay.
This is track 1. No, this is Death of Peace of Mind.
This is the track one.
I was like, did you start it over?
No, yeah, we open with this song.
We're
actually.
starting the whole thing over. It's got the same beat, so I was like, wait a minute.
You all have heard this song already, right? You must have.
Oh, y'all know this one for
Been
sure.
out
We
for a
can
minute.
talk over this.
Yeah, this one we can.
I'd love to play Coachella. And that's like, why not? Why wouldn't we? You know?
Yeah, it's everything. Like, you know, send us an offer and we'll.
Yeah, send us an offer, Coachella. I know you're watching this stream.
Chile. We would come to Chile.
I
Chile?
don't know if you're being sarcastic, but this is the Death of Peace of Mind.
Yes. The title track.
I hope we all don't look too like defeated and tired. We're on tour right now.
We are on tour, and the truth is, we pretty much just woke up.
Yeah.
So we don't.
Played a show last night. Came right over here to set up this live stream last night. The Death of Peace of Mind was the first song released because it's the title track of the record, first of all, which is kind of cool. It kind of tells the story. And I also think it's just like, if not the best, one of the best songs on the record, and everyone involved agreed, management, the label, all of our friends. So it feels like just the most epic like unveiling of what this new era of Bad Omens is, I guess I could say. And it just builds in such a cool way that it feels very cinematic, and feels like you're watching, or listening rather, to the trailer for the new Bad Omens movie, if that makes sense. I'll take pole dance lessons for this song. How do you recover from night to night touring? Just try to get as much sleep as you can. Sleep,
Yeah.
sleep is
Sleep is key.
the magic medicine, you know, for everything, like muscle repair, vocal repair, mental health. Sleep is great. Jolly loves Little Nightmares.
I love it.
That's Jolly's favorite game.
It is my favorite thing.
One thing I like about this record that I think we should note on the production side of things is a lot of the songs aren't really low tunings, but like we've blended so many lower octaves of different sounds and like lower guitar octaves with it to make it sound heavier than it really is. Like the song is technically in drop C.
Yep.
Well, the guitar would be in drop F, right?
Yep. That's the lowest note.
But the root note, which you hear in the breakdown, is C, which is typically not very low at all. But it sounds so much heavier just because of how well it was engineered and mixed and produced. I need a new turtleneck myself. Mine's got holes in it at this point. I've been wearing the same one live for years.
I lost my answer, so.
Who gave you permission? When Dead by Daylight, your kingdom's missing you.
Oh, I miss Dead by Daylight.
Dude, you're the Dead by Daylight guy.
I'm the guy that sucks at it and keep playing it for years.
Is there any correlation between the music videos for the singles? There is, for sure. And like I said, I don't want to give too much away because the album just came out and we're definitely not done doing things for it and releasing things for it. But the story is going to slowly unveil itself over time as more singles come out and more visuals come out. And I definitely think with this album, it's the first record that we've had where we really got the opportunity, both in time and in like budget, to really craft a concept and put little Easter eggs in places and hide little, fun facts or little, just cool lore to the record that I have. There's some things I still haven't seen comments about that I don't think people have found, which is really exciting because if they never do, that's even more fun.
Yeah, but like, will you think it's fun in 2 years? You're like, okay,
Like,
no, I got that.
yeah, like 5 years from now, and there's still something no one noticed in like a video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, that's how it goes.
That's funny.
Little Easter egg hunt.
Hungary, yes.
Oh, I love Hungary.
Yeah, Hungary.
That's where we stayed in that Coke hotel, right? Not cocaine, but Coca-Cola.
Yeah, is that the what we played?
Hungary.
We played.
We
on
played
Yep.
a show on a boat or a ship, and then
Budapest.
the hotel
Coca-Cola.
is like a whole Coca-Cola themed Airbnb.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Nice. I work as a doctor saving people, but your album saved me today. Thank you. You definitely do way more than we do as a
Nice.
doctor, but I appreciate it.
We're helping out the doctors here.
Yeah,
okay?
we're
feeling
here
a
for
very-
you.
Yeah.
We exist to help
Without us,
doctors.
this doctor will not do as well.
That's right. In a way,
That's a Mike Scott way of looking at it. Like,
That
am I a
is.
hero? It's difficult to say, but
that is
yes,
a Michael
I am.
Scott way. He's like, I guess I do save lives.
Does that make me a doctor?
Oh yes, here it comes. Dude, I'm so excited for this because Like a Villain came out before the record, and this is like pretty much Like a Villain.
Yeah. Right.
So you didn't get to hear the whole song Like a Villain until you heard the record, which is really cool. is when we got really experimental with the drums too, and like, what was the size of the kick you used on this one? It was like a big wide one or something. 24 inch kick. I know we put like a little chain on the snare drum too, so it has that like nasty rattle to it.
Real low.
Yeah, tuned it super low. Really cool experimental drum stuff on this one. Also, all the string work on this record is real. We had an orchestra in Prague do all the orchestral string and horn sections on the album, which we do have BTS of, and at some point, hopefully, we'll release, show everyone. It was okay, that Rockville show. We cut the song we wanted to play least live that day, so I think we were fine with it.
So you almost think it's one song, but
Yeah.
the song just switched there.
It was one song.
It was, but it was just too long, and we had too many verses.
Yeah.
And we were like, "What are we gonna do?" And
It was
we were
so
like,
confusing.
Let's make it 2 songs.
When this song in its like most original demo format was these 2 songs put together, and we were like, all right, well, from a commercial standpoint, this will never work.
Yeah.
But we don't want to lose any parts, so we just cut it. And that way we got to have the single version, and then the album got to have the whole lead up into Like a Villain. So it makes me feel like I'm in a different dimension. That's great. That's what we want. I really want this album to feel like an escape, you know, and be a form of escapism from the real world. And, you know, I talk about comparing it to movies and TV shows a lot, but that's how I like to like make our music is, you know, something you can really immerse yourself in, and it's not just casual background listening like a lot of music these days. Oh yeah, I forgot the bass comes in the verse too. Yeah, that. Will we ever get to hear the demos? We were talking about how that would be a cool like deluxe thing maybe one day of putting out the free pro versions of songs or the demo versions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, there's songs on there that were like entirely different songs in their earliest phase, so it'd be really cool. Like The Gray. Yeah, The Gray was just straight up like that hip hop R&B track entirely.
Oh yeah.
And it changed so dramatically. How does it feel to already have an album? We'll see. It's only February. I'm sure someone is going to come out with something incredible in the next 10 months.
Hey, 12 hours and 30 minutes, huh? That's how old this album is.
Yep. That's good to know. I haven't like consistently taking singing classes, but I've done some like one-off video calls with Melissa Cross, and she's helped me a lot for sure. Pointed out some things I was doing wrong or things I was doing right. Helped me improve. What's the song you think would fit most to a Thriller movie?
Thriller?
I feel like Concrete Jungle or Death of Peace of Mind. I feel like there's a song for every type of movie even on this record. Like Who Are You and Bad Decisions. I feel like they could be on like an episode of Euphoria or something, which was one of the goals making this record. I was watching that show a lot. I wanted to make some like chill, like lo-fi style music. I'm also a big fan of Seb Deliza, if anyone's familiar with her. She's like a cool dark pop artist from Iran. And you'll definitely hear some influence from her on this record.
Yeah. Folio, what's your favorite song?
On their album?
Yeah. If you have one.
Probably Nowhere to Go.
Nowhere to go.
Probably the most fun to play too, because it's like probably one of the faster ones. I think it's the fastest one.
Oh yeah, there you got some work to do in that one.
It's not a very fast record. Like a lot of the songs are very mid tempo,
Yeah.
mid paced.
Yeah.
James Bond opener. That's I love that people are like picking up on that and saying that, because I definitely like that was the mission. We wanted to write a song that felt like it could be in like a James Bond theme.
Oh yeah, especially the first song.
That's like the dream is for like the James Bond team to hit us up and be like, hey, write an original song for the new James Bond movie, The Death of Peace of Mind. What connection do the three albums have? I'll let you all figure that out. I want to answer your questions, but I also don't want to just, give everything away and give away all the secrets and the Easter eggs and everything. I want it to be an adventure. No, the set list is the same. We're playing a lot of almost, I think every single minus the gray on this tour.
Yes.
And we only have 30 minutes, so there's only so much
Yeah.
we could do. But
We've crammed everything we can in there.
so far, everyone seems to really like the set list, so I think it's going to be good. Who all is coming to see us on this tour? We're only like a few shows in. Is anyone going to come see us in the next few weeks in the chat right now?
We'll know in 20 seconds.
Yeah. You ever have an art music block? How do you push past it? You kind of just got to get over it, I think. I don't think writer's block is real.
You got to push through it. You can't just sit and think that it's controlling you. You just got to write shit for a while.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Even if it's like you're not loving what you're making
Yeah.
that day, like just finish it,
Yeah.
come back to it. And sometimes I'll do that and I'll realize in a few days I actually liked what I was working on, and maybe I was just in a bad mood that
Yeah,
day. And
exactly.
I was judging it a little too harshly.
we have to suck so that we can be good later sometimes.
We have to fall so we can learn to pick
Why
ourselves
do we
back
fall?
up again. Why do we fall, Master Wayne? So we can pick ourselves back up again. Now we're playing Bad Decisions. She didn't know. Connecticut, let's go. Stoked to see the state of the scene dudes in Connecticut.
Hell yeah.
U.S. headlining tour. We're working on it. We never got to finish Cabba tour. Cabba 3. Cabba 3.5.
Third time's a charm.
I feel like every band on Cabba is just gonna break up by the time we get to headline again.
You can be all I got. What's the difference? Hennessy and a lot.
Something Nathan Explosion would say. Sad bitch hours.
It's bad decision.
Blue Ridge. Yeah, we're playing Blue Ridge this year too. So, hope you can come see us again. Going to see the Batman.
Oh, which one? Batman or Box One?
Box one.
All of us.
Oh,
Definitely going to see Batman. When does it come out? Can we see it on this tour?
March 4th.
Yes, we can see it on an off day. Let's go.
I want some Batman.
Robert Patman.
I want some Batman. Wait, who is it? Is it?
Robert Pattinson.
Oh
dude.
God, Cedric Diggory is being Batman now.
Edward Cullen.
Edward Cullen.
He really came up as an actor, man. He really came into his own. Yeah, we have Death of Peace of Mind wall flags on tour.
What's the difference? Hennessy and a lot of bad decisions.
Favorite anime. I know you got one, Nick. Yeah, I know you got some obscure shit no one's ever heard about.
No, me and Matt's favorite is Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
Spirit Detective.
You can be all I got. What's the difference? You and me and a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that out Rick and Morty. Just keep making shit until it's not shit.
Bad decisions.
I've not seen Vinland Saga. Tour with Nickelback. I freaking wish. Love Attack on Titan. I haven't finished the second half of the last season, though. Maybe it's still airing. Maybe that's why. I know they did it in halves.
favorite Harry Potter movie? I'm not gonna answer that. I like the books more. All of them.
Tokyo Ghoul merch. That's on the list for sure. Of merch rips.
Merch rips.
Yeah.
I like that we call it rips.
I'll do some Tokyo Ghoul merch for sure. Oh, I know Inuyasha. I haven't watched it in maybe a decade. So many comments. Favorite books. I read oh shit, that's a hard one. Cuz. It's hard, cuz. My roommate Jesse had me read this book, A New Earth, that I really, really liked. I liked that one a lot. I like boring, like Oprah type books, like self-help, like personal development type shit.
How to not be an asshole. Read it.
Favorite Harry Potter character that's not in the movies then.
What?
Favorite Harry Potter character from the book.
Oh, from the book. Well, Peeves is not in any of the movies, so let's just drop that one.
I like that little rat dude turned into a rat.
Yeah, but he's in. Peter Pettigrew?
Gerbil, maybe. I never really. He's bad. I never cared about Harry Potter that much. That's like the one saga, I guess that's what it's called. Like, I love Star Wars. I love Lord of the Rings. I love The Matrix. But Harry Potter just, like, kind of lost me.
Yeah,
Well,
my favorite guy is the chocolate frog.
If you read the first Harry Potter book and don't fucking care about the movies,
I've never read the
you
books.
will read all of them.
That's what I've heard. I've heard the books
you will pick
are
up the next one back. You know what?
magical.
This is a nice time. And then you read the next one back. I love this. And you're back. This is
I did watch that like 20-year reunion thing on HBO, and they were saying that was like part of the magic, because a lot of the actors had already read the books as kids, and then they were entranced by the magic of being on set every day because it was like their favorite book, and then they got to live it and become main character in their favorite book.
Ratatouille the food or the little guy that lives in that
Ratatouille
guy's
as in him or as in me?
so fucking confused.
Both are sick.
We're not going to talk about Matrix 4. We're just going to pretend Matrix 4 never happened.
We actually just watched Dune in the theaters.
Yeah, we love Dune. I watched Dune for the first time on the plane to Nixt before this tour a couple weeks ago, and then we had an off day a couple days ago, and they were playing Dune at a theater, and we were like, dude, I have to see this in theaters. I watched it on my phone on a plane. So we went and saw Dune a couple days ago. Again. Will there ever be a collab with Era? I mean, we kind of did on this record.
Yeah, we get some era riffs
We have a part of Era on this record with Jesse Cash writing.
Yeah, he helped us out with a few cool guitar parts.
His name is Remy, you posers. That's true. His name is...
Which one's Master Chief? Which one's Halo?
Which one's
Breaking Bad? His name's not Walter White, it's Breaking Bad.
There we go.
My favorite episode is when Breaking Bad throws the thing.
Master Chief's name is Halo.
Dune, yeah, the boys watched Dune the other day.
We are now streaming Just Pretend.
This one's emotional, man.
Yeah, I love this song. This one's serious for sure. Oh, we've watched Squid Game. We love Squid Game. What do you normally do before a show?
Sleep?
Yeah, just kind of chill on it, set up our stuff. Trying to exercise lately before I play. Get my body warmed up. I always thought the first and first words of this chorus sounded kind of like a sneeze. Rockin', 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 rockin'. It's a very like Sam Carter kind of delivery. Oh, we love Cobra Kai. Heartbreak Missile. Probably not. We like working with Ori. We get to like yell at each other and stuff because we're such good friends. And I don't know if I'd have the same relationship with a random director as I would with Ori. gonna like ruin this song for everyone. They're like, now I just think of sneezing when I hear Akin.
That's what they're saying.
I can't unhear the sneezing. This album's been out like 12 hours, and I'm just like, I'm gonna ruin the song for you guys. No, we never really argue in the creative process. We like very few amount of times we have, but it's never anything that's like a deal breaker for a song.
You usually hear the other one's perspective, like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we pretty much see eye to eye with the big thing. Yeah, the harmonies.
But that's wrong. You're singing the wrong one. It's this one.
I know, I did tell everyone it started ironically. I think it's important for people to know stuff like that try to take their craft too serious, that you can make something incredible or, you know, something you're proud of, you know, under the most unusual circumstances. Harmonies.
We run this 4 ways.
Yeah, we'll do this live.
Folio
We
back
all
there.
just stand at the mic.
Wait.
Four-part harmony.
Yeah. Just stand up from the drums. That'd be so sick.
Dirty Vox only.
Dirty Vox.
Oh god.
Rough vocals exclusively.
Only rough Vox.
Cats or dogs? Well, cats.
Decap
I'm
Vox.
big cat man.
He's a cat man. I'm a
Big
dog
cat
man.
man.
I like dogs.
I like-
dogs.
I like
cats too.
both.
Yeah, cats disagree with my eyes though a little bit.
Oh yeah.
But I like them. It's not their fault. I'm weak.
So.
You know. I just get some allergic drugs and I'm good. Allergy drugs.
Oh, Allegra, Clarendon.
Mm-hmm.
There's definitely some cool like acapella only worthy acapellas on this album.
Oh yeah, you can make anything a cappella. Okay.
Bad Omens Barbershop Quartet.
Queen.
We gotta get clean. Me and Foley gotta get trimmed up.
Mm-hmm.
My hair's getting long. Speaking of Barbershop Quartet, I'm getting mangy in the back. Mangy.
They disagree with my eyes. Yeah.
Favorite tattoo. That's all I want.
So,
I think I like my knuckles the most, just because they're like crazy.
And the story is pretty
And the
nice.
story, yeah, it was.
story's good.
That's a long story. I think I've told it a lot, so I'm gonna just spare you guys. But it was a crazy time getting my knuckles tattooed.
Favorite Japanese food? How about ramen or sushi?
Fried rice.
Fried rice.
Fried rice. My boy loves fried rice.
Yeah, oh yeah.
If you ever want to bring us food,
Folio loves fried rice.
just a Ziploc bag of fried rice.
If it's good, it needs to be good fried rice. And
Can't be yellow.
No.
Has to be
No.
brown.
All right, give me yellow. Like what the fuck is this?
the real stuff.
That's funny.
I have a few different people that come in. I have a guy on each coast. I got a guy Folio. What's his name?
Dave.
Dave's awesome. Where does he work? In Maryland. Let's
Frederick.
Shout. Frederick, Maryland. What's the shop?
Ladies and gents.
Ladies and gents. Let's shout him out. And then I got a guy named Kyle at Sir in Melrose.
All right. This song you might have heard too, because it's been out
Yep, might
for a
have
few
heard
days, or a week, or whatever.
I did not finish my back. It's still just lines. But after this tour, I'm planning on doing like weekly sessions on it.
That's good. Kombucha.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten to see kombucha on this one.
This is one of my favorite vocal deliveries, I think, on the record. It's just like just chips, like just voice. Like it's just the most low velocity piano vocals, and then just like little airplane sounds, and then like a Coke can opening coming up. It's like a Sprite commercial.
How was the time in Sweden last month? It was great. Thank you, Bia. I had a good time.
What's District 9? See, I can't be giving stuff away. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta figure it out, or you gotta wait to figure it out. My Pandoodle. That's gonna be subject venue by venue, so you probably have to talk to our merch guy about it. No, it's not really a Coke can opening, but it's a similar sound. It's just like a misty.
Wet.
Yeah, just wet. It reminds me of like a Sprite commercial, how they just overdo the effects super hard on the crack. Oh, we love Starset. That'd be a cool tour.
Oh yeah. Didn't we see them this year?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at that festival.
met that guy's dog. That's great.
Oh yeah.
I met his dog.
I met that guy's dog.
Favorite memory making the record? Definitely Big Bear.
Yeah, Big Bear.
We weren't there very long, but that was such a like nice, peaceful getaway.
Yeah, all guitars and bass were there and some production.
I don't reckon we ever cried while writing a song.
Not bad on
Speak for yourself. I would love another V for Vendetta film. It'd be great. I feel like it wouldn't be as good though. Bad Omens was actually the song name for Glass Houses originally, and the band had a different name. And Ash at the label suggested changing the band name to Bad Omens, and we were like, that actually sounds pretty cool. It's not a bad idea. So here we are, Bad Omens. I think we saw one Small Bear.
In Big Bear. Went to Big Bear, saw Small Bear. Felt betrayed. I don't have any specific song that was the most challenging for this record. I think because when they did come into songs, that was pretty quickly. But even though there were other songs to begin with, so we did in the other album number 2. We definitely had a few that just be sat on for a long time. But this album went smoother. Like
I think Miracle was very tricky.
that was probably the last one. We just like we got to figure this one out. That was the one we
Yeah.
had like a little discussion about. Like we need to figure this one out.
Yeah, even like to this day, it was like,
Yeah.
did we figure it out? But
Yeah. Right.
it's one of the. It's like someone asked before. It's like at a certain point, you got to learn when to just walk away from it.
Dude, yeah.
You know?
Now that you just mentioned Miracles, that's like the state that I forget. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one is on there.
Yeah.
Like,
Like fucking Arkansas or something.
and yeah, and then to anyone new, we were supposed to mention that throughout this stream, you can also get the merch. It's like available as long as our faces are on here and we're talking.
Yeah, it might be available
Is it
during
even after?
because I know you can rewatch the stream for a certain amount of time.
Okay.
After, I don't know the details off the top of my
Yeah.
hand, but yeah,
Those designs look really cool.
So essentially, you can only get those today at least, I think.
Yeah.
And then and they won't run out. They will
Yeah.
actually.
if you
they're
bought a
print to
ticket,
order.
you can get the merch for sure. But it's
Yes.
just there's usually like a merch tab on these, but I don't think they have them on this stream. So you'll have to like go to the page again, the Bad Omens Veeps page, and go to like the cart to look at the merch if you want to pick something up. First song we wrote for this album, what was that? I think it was "The Death of Peace of Mind" or "Just Pretend."
Just pretend it has been around.
It's
for a
hard to
minute.
tell. Like some songs, I think we wrote like parts of them like right after Finding God
Yep.
came out. So
Yeah, that one is one that's been around for a minute. Even though we tweaked it a little bit and made it into a song, but that chorus, I remember you showed me that one when I was in Sweden. Actually, you sent me a voice
We
memo.
were
I was
in
like,
Santa
that is,
Clarita.
yeah. I was like, that was fucking.
and the version
great.
of Like a Villain you hear in Paradise City, that was also like forever ago.
Yep, you're right.
That was
yeah.
right after We Did Never Know. So that was like maybe 3-4 years ago.
Yeah,
Pretty crazy.
sweet. Here we go.
Do you like coming to New York City? Not really. Not logistically.
Not logistically, only. When
I like playing there for 30 minutes. But
Yeah.
driving there, parking there, loading in gear there. Fucking grind.
Yeah, New York is touring on expert mode.
Yeah, you have to like lift your hood of your van and pretend like you have car troubles to stay in a parking spot.
You're like, I had to break
I
down.
wish
right
I
here.
could move. I wish.
I had to break down right here.
Yeah, you just factor a parking ticket into the tour budget. Now we're playing Who Are You? This is one of my, I think this is my favorite of the three softer songs. Because it just makes me want to freeze to death. It makes me like want to freeze to death and feel good about it. Arizona's sweet, we always love Arizona. Just played Phoenix. You're breaking my NYC heart.
I mean, I do love New York, but logistically, New York sucks.
Concrete Jungle might as well be about New York too,
Yeah.
while we're at it.
But like, I love New York as a city when I'm visiting and walking around and eating shitty street food. Love it. Best.
Some falafel.
Oh yeah, lamb
Street
over
meat.
rice.
Street meat.
Street meat.
Love Canada. Canada always goes off.
Oh yeah. Canada's cool. Canada's cooler in the summer.
Favorite Texas, and why is it Dallas? Dallas is definitely up there. All of Texas is usually really good to
Yes.
us. Texas is just a great place to play.
When are you planning to play a tour in Europe? We have to wait out the situation with COVID and whatnot, because right
Yeah.
now you can't really do it. That's why a lot of bands are canceling. They really made it very hard to tour there successfully. So
I feel
everybody
like we've
was-
tried a few times and it keeps getting pushed back or canceled. So
Yeah.
at this point, we're kind of just following the lead of most other bands when they're able to get over there.
Yeah, just know that it's definitely always on the agenda. We're not trying to not do it. We just need to do it when it's safe and they actually allow us to do it.
Oh, we can make some tacos. We are good at cooking.
We don't need to make tacos. I mean, not in LA. They're everywhere.
That's true.
They had a taco truck right outside of the venue yesterday.
There's a hot dog stand. Oh, like the cooked, like tiny little cart. Those are the best ones. Like
Yeah.
the grilled veggies. Shoe merch would be dope. That's not a bad idea. I hope we don't get another snowstorm this tour like we did on All That Remains. We got stuck in North Dakota for 3 days. The thing about touring Europe that you guys have to keep in mind is even if like 1 or 2 countries open up, it's so expensive to go to Europe that it's really not worth it for us to just go and play like 2 places. Like
Oh yeah, we have to play.
we have to play all of it
for weeks.
like
Otherwise, we have to-
Germany, Czech.
We'd have to
Hungary.
charge you $300 a ticket.
Yeah.
we don't want to do that.
It's got to be all or nothing for me. It's not worth it.
One show, $1 million ticket.
I don't think we've never played in Latin America. That would be crazy.
We have not yet. Would be fun.
I know, like Brazil for sure. They want Bad Omens. They want every band.
Brazil.
Phone case merch. Y'all just want everything, huh?
We like spicy food. Do jewelry for merch. That sounds cheap.
We were talking to your friend about that briefly, doing like a limited jewelry
Oh, yeah, we
custom
actually-
necklace thing.
yeah.
We gotta
Yeah.
pick that back up. We're just like, stuff on the Bad Omens camp is so hectic right now where it's all these ideas we have, it's impossible to do them all at once, but
Yeah.
this year is going to be a good year, I think.
We try to roll them out as good as we can.
Which song do you load the lyrics to most? That's also hard. I think I Don't Want the Money and Miracle. I really like Artificial Suicide for sure. Because I really like the concepts behind the lyrics. What about you, Jolly? Do you favorite? Most of the lyrics in I Don't Want the Money are Jolly's.
Yeah, that was cool.
Very relatable.
Yeah, it's really relatable. Like waking up to the sirens and everything. Yeah, that was like both of us. Like when I showed him that, he was like, "Yeah," because we live in the same house. We were like, "Yeah, that's what it's like."
That and Concrete Jungle are kind of like the same theme about just the grind and, you know, living in a loud place when you're not a loud person, and the struggles of, you know, working for yourself and being, independent, creative, trying to make a living.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, all of our lyrics are good.
Are we going to South Florida in this tour? Is Tampa South?
South?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Technically
There's
it's
2
South.
shows in Tampa.
2 in a row.
Two in a row.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys gotta check out the tour dates, because someone said come to Texas like right after we played Texas.
that's like, come on, we were just
we just
there.
played Texas, and someone commented like, "Damn, wish y'all were coming to Texas." I was like, "You gotta
Yeah, you gotta fucking
get on the internet." Oh yeah. It was both. Reason to cut my hair. I was just kind of over it. I realized I've like never had short hair in like 15 years. I wanted to give it a shot. Nick, you good?
Which one of them?
Yeah, which Nick? Oh, my whole body just cracked.
I think I heard that.
Yeah, that was just my chest cracking.
We don't even see a number how many people are actually hanging out with us right
Yeah, I don't think so. Nick, how's it being a musician and a tattoo artist?
now. Yeah.
How do you balance it so well, if you do?
It's neat because it's being creative in 2 different aspects.
Outlets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I get to bounce back and forth between them.
Yeah, you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, so I don't get burnt out.
That's good. Probably healthy.
It is safe to say that KD60714. Jolly can speak Swedish, and I think that's the only second language we all
That's pretty
have.
much it, yeah. A little school German.
RVA show at the National. That'd be dope. Dad Omens.
Yeah, we got my father in here.
My father.
Is it?
Wait till my father hears about the RVA show at the National.
Daddy. Dad Omen.
We produce in Logic X,
Yes.
but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Whatever DAW you use, just find one that you're good with and stick with it. No Spanish. Yeah, I mean that Ukraine and Russian festivals we had that have been pushed back 2 years now, and obviously right now
Probably have to wait out the situation more.
definitely gonna be even more time. And speaking of that, not to kill the vibe, but we have friends in Ukraine, and we've been to Ukraine. It's an amazing place with amazing people, and I think it's safe to say we all want that situation to end soon and peacefully, without any more tragedy or suffering, because those people don't deserve it. That fuzzy, nasty guitar.
Nice.
I love this break at the end of it.
Yeah. Little beat breakdown. Our Black Panther sound. We have Bad Omens O tattoos, all of us, on our thumb.
Yeah.
Folio has one behind his ear.
Oh, got the guy.
We need to get the crown. I don't even have the crown yet.
No crown.
No,
We're 2 albums behind in our Bad
Yeah.
Omens tattoos.
my dad's not.
Yeah, your dad has more Bad Omens tattoos than we do. Yep, that's the one. Wrote part of that live on Twitch. No, you're not crazy. That makes sense. Soundtracking a Marvel movie win. I don't know if we'll fit in a Marvel movie. Nick tattoos in Virginia full time when we're not on tour, so that's your guy. John Wick soundtrack. That's the move. That's the goal.
Oh, we have been hanging out for a full hour.
Nice. Yeah, we're coming up on the end of the record for sure.
Which one's next?
I think I don't want the money.
That's
Nice,
yeah,
yeah.
Somebody asked me earlier what my favorite one is, and it's that one.
Brett's Brian's
The
favorite
last
too.
couple songs are
Yeah.
crazy mode.
I always forget. There's so many tracks on this record. I forget about them. I don't want the money is very interesting.
Yeah.
Spider-Verse official soundtrack. We'll just do the soundtrack for every movie. We can't. I don't think we can stream the show today. That might be against our deal.
This is against our deal.
Unplugged? No plans yet. I would rather do like a cinematic orchestral, like more stripped down than acoustic version of this record. Just because it's such a cinematic, epic kind of sound, I think it would do over better. I also want to do like versions of the songs with different singers on them and like hear other people sing them. I think that'd be really cool. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I don't want the money.
You break your man, blend in with the madness. You try to love again, 'cause what else could happen? You dropped it low of your wishing well, buried under
I think they all made it to the record. Any tracks that didn't make it probably made it for someone else's record. I do sometimes. I'll watch old shows and just kind of reflect on how I feel like I've improved, and I'll watch recent shows to think about things I could do to improve. Halsey collab. That'll be the day.
Word.
It's a little anti-drop. Little fucking cowbell.
can't say I'm mad.
It's the Martin Garrix sound.
Yeah. I can play guitar. I used to play guitar first before I started singing. Playing guitar for like 12 years now, 13 years. Yeah, who doesn't like BMTH? It's incredible.
Oh yeah, pioneers.
Collab with Paris would be dope. I've been listening to the new Paris stuff a lot. I like it a lot. It's like gym music, but like good. Like Planet Fitness core, but I like it. Instead of that Clarity song that you just only hear at Planet Fitness. You have a favorite Swedish band? I don't know any Swedish bands besides us.
The Cardigans.
The Cardigans.
Bad Omens.
The Cardigans are from the same city as me.
Fucking closed hat.
I'm going down.
Fucking Hans Zimmer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we headline. We'll definitely try to do any version of a meet and greet or VIP that's allowed. I just know right now it's very tricky for bands to do with COVID protocols and getting tours canceled.
Yes. You want to do it in a cool way that's safe still and feels worth it for everyone, you know.
I really like the instrumental for Who Are You and the one for Somebody Else. Those feel like instrumentals that they stand alone without vocals nicely. Bad Decisions maybe is a little too dry without vocals instrumentally. You get motivated to begin the writing process. It kind of comes after for me.
Which one?
To like, how do you get motivated to write? Like it's hard for me to get motivated before I have to like start to get motivated.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I'm just too tired from doing other things. I like don't feel like it, and then I'll just sit down and do something, and then I'm like, okay, now I feel like it. It's kind of like working out. Like I feel like you have to just start, and then once you're in it, it's easier than actually committing to starting.
Yeah, I feel like that sounds right.
What's up with everyone wants to know about the glove. Stop talking about the glove. Stop asking about the glove.
Stop talking about this.
Shut up about the glove. No, I will say I was pretty stoked on this. Folio and I were watching the Super Bowl when Kendrick Lamar came out wearing a black pea coat and one black leather glove, and I was like, that's dope. That's dope. I don't know who styled him or if that was his idea, but I was like, it's cool to know.
In the halftime?
Yeah, in the halftime show.
Right.
That we got Kendrick Lamar's fit before he did.
Yeah.
What's in the fucking glove? That's so good. What's in the glove? Oh god. Why all the sword? There's 2 sword lyrics, guys. State of the Scene was exaggerating. You put more than one sword lyric, and all of a sudden it's all sword lyrics.
That was a medieval record.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, Bad Omens. Do you have any opinion on what the Washington football team should have been? I don't know anything about that.
Dude, that's the funniest name I've ever heard. It's just Washington football team.
Yeah.
Who played? I don't even know who played.
I don't know. They had to change the name. They changed it twice.
Oh, that's right, because it was the red. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that was like a whole thing. What about the ski mask? Sometimes stuff is just cool.
What about it?
What about it? It looks cool. I like it.
Do you not?
No one cared who I was until I put on the mask.
Do you not ski? You mean?
No one cared who I was until I put on the glove.
You may also use it when you snowboard.
Yeah. My favorite thing is like convincing you all that some things have deeper meaning when really it's just like we're just tricking you into thinking that.
Really, it's just us laughing.
And you're
behind
just
the
looking
line.
for things, and we're like, there's nothing. You're looking for nothing.
Yeah.
It's like a cat and a laser pointer, and we're the laser pointer.
People are like, what are they singing in that part? And we're just like, we never tell you.
Talk to the glove. I can like not bob my head enough to this song. It's like full
Right.
fucking. I'd love to do a health collab. That's one artist I'd love to collab with that a lot of people have been collabing with.
Someone caught on to the live version of this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you come in. Joke's on you, it's all sneezes. What is Wordle? I've been hearing people talk about that.
I'll show you after the thing.
I want to play.
It's great.
You've been playing without me?
You betray me?
You betray me? Why you betray me? We like Depeche Mode. I like Poppy too. Poppy's cool. I like how adventurous Poppy's music is, like in structure and production. Wordle's the band. That's really all over the place, Mary. Some songs we made in like a few hours, and some songs took us like weeks, if not months, coming back to it over and over, trying to make it better. So it's 15 tracks. It's really all over the place.
It didn't take 15 days.
It didn't take 15 days, that's for sure. The engineering is what really took a long time.
Yeah, we were tedious.
Just me being meticulous and psycho over vocal takes and like doing hundreds at a time.
I heard my mouth too much.
Matt can for sure talk about that and just
I can hear my
rant
mouth.
about me.
Yeah, you're using it.
Yeah, we got like a really nice microphone and preamp for this record, and it just picks up everything. And there's like such soft vocals in certain parts, you have to gain it up a lot. And when you do that, you're also fighting like any outside noise, like freaking car, like place next door, and any like mouth sounds, like just really subtle fucking, like that type of shit. Some ASMR stuff, and it's like any take that had that in there, I'm like, nope, gotta do it again, even if it was a perfect take.
Sorry, I'm yawning. It is morning.
Yeah, I like the world alive.
I love
That's
the
so
world
me.
a lot.
They hate that. That's like the equivalent of when we go to a green room and it says Bad Omen
Bad Omen.
with no S, and I'm like, it's just one extra letter,
Yeah,
man.
you guarantee just double.
Single day.
Every day it's Bad Omen green room, and like it's multiple omens.
Oh, yesterday it was just omens.
Yeah.
Dude, did they do like box?
I prefer omens over Bad Omen.
I think they did like box. They did like spirit or like box.
They just wrote box.
just box. Omens box.
Not allowed.
What was the hardest to engineer and produce out of the 15 tracks? Fuck, what do you think, Matt?
Which one?
What was the hardest to engineer? Probably one of the softer ones for sure.
Yeah, one of the pop guys. Those are pretty tough.
Yeah.
Also, harmonies on Just Pretend was
Yeah.
nightmare fight mode.
Yeah. The harmonies were, there's some really high harmonies on this record.
Not so great omens.
I love Bad Omen. I like Red Bull, yeah. Feel free to bring us some Red Bull.
Red Bull, frickin'
How do you manage those quiet phrases live? Well,
kombucha.
Matt hates his
Ugh.
life. It's very,
Nightmare.
especially when they happen during drums, it's like just game over for front of house. It's very hard.
Been doing some tricks.
Yeah. We got some secrets for sure. What's the next track? Artificial Suicide. Suicide.
Bow, 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 bow.
You have a link to the Veep shop for merch. Maybe someone in the chat that's on a computer can pull it up in another tab and drop the link in the chat. It's kind of confusing to get to if you're not buying a ticket for the stream, because when you buy the ticket, that's where all the merch options are to check out. You do the crash or the ride on this slide?
Yeah.
Spitting.
Can you hear me through the white noise, friend? Cheers to the life you don't get to choose. Another Antichrist on the evening.
Twist shit mosh pit.
Can you hear me through the white noise? Can you hear me through the white noise?
I think so. Let me ask someone right now if you can. Okay, yeah, so you can buy merch through the whole weekend, and you just have to add a ticket to your cart, and then just take the ticket out, basically, since you already had a ticket. Unless you're logged in which case,
Okay.
it shouldn't matter.
So whole weekend. Good.
You'll figure it out.
Good to know.
They'd make it easy. The flavor. Num num nah. This song is good soup. This song is about social media capitalism. We actually just did like a track-by-track write-up with Kerrang that I retweeted today from the band account. If you guys want to know a few more details about the songs that we may have missed, you can check that out. There's some cool like fun facts on that link for sure.
Oh shit, we're
We're already at the end.
Oh, that's the last one.
We're
is
at
it
the end
not?
of the ride. Maybe we'll add a couple more minutes for questions since we're doing pretty good on time actually. My stomach's growling. My stummy's growling.
We haven't had breakfast yet.
No, I
right.
need my breakfast. Yeah, there's definitely some Mr. Robot like dialogue in the lyrics of that song.
Are they
Yeah,
talking
it's-
about the beginning of the set?
I don't know if they're talking about that, but in the actual song, like he refers to he breaks the fourth wall in the show a lot and calls the viewer friend. And says like hello friend and stuff like that, and I did that in the verse.
There's a good question about a artificial suicide music video. Like, what was like shooting that one?
Oh, freezing.
Pretty cold.
Green screen.
Yeah,
like,
that wasn't green.
I know all the After Effects or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Unreal, whatever. you-
Yeah, no. We had a warehouse, and the whole band actually got together to like help design the set, and we got a bunch of like garden hose stuff from Home Depot and taped it all together to make it look like cables and big like cyber wiring and stuff, and just threw it everywhere and hung it everywhere. There's even some like yarn that's in the background that, because it's so out of focus or in the background, it looks like cables, but it's just yarn. And yeah, we like made ourselves super like wet and metal looking, and it was really cold, and the big bay door to the warehouse was open, and it was freezing, but that kind of got us in the moment, I think, for the performance aspect of that video, because we were just angry as hell about how cold it was, so we were just going hard, and it was fun. It was intense for sure.
Yeah, definitely not as crazy as Dethrone.
No, that was way worse. Dethrone was to this day the worst one.
Yeah, we went all in on that one.
We do it for the screamo.
Will the Death of Peace of Mind video have a continuation? I don't know. That's a good question. Maybe. We should definitely be on second breakfast by now. I agree. All right, let's run Miracle.
Let's run it. The closer.
Cat and dog Bad Omens merch would be dope. That's a great idea.
The old spicy one take.
Yep. Dude, yeah, Folio did this, recorded drums for this song in one take. It was so exciting to watch.
Other studio guys came in there. Like,
Everyone just walked in there like, what the fuck?
I've got a video of it.
Oh yeah, we have a video of the take
was
that
so cool.
that made this song. That'll probably be in all the BTS stuff too one day. The strings and the recording.
Your inspiration in this one's pretty cool too.
Yeah, freaking
Kanye.
Kanye, Marilyn Manson. Little Ed Sheeran in the pre-chorus. Let's see about the merch. Also Charlie Puth. A lot of inspiration from him on the vocals on this record. If you haven't dove into Charlie Puth and his like production and writing style, he's an incredibly talented guy. Some of his music is for sure like a little cheesy, but really talented guy. Bad Omens light switch cover. Alright, y'all are getting ridiculous now.
Oh, I forgot about the horns.
Dude, yeah. Those heavy horns. So nasty. Feel like a hero turned villain in this song. You should listen to the album front to back. That's the order. Wait till you have an hour-long drive somewhere and put it on. Ideally, an hour-long drive at night in the rain. Probably my favorite hook on the record, if not one of my favorites coming up. There it is.
Boy.
All right, bye.
All right, later.
We're gonna go to show now. Yeah, that was the listening event.
Oh yeah.
Let's take some questions while we have a little bit more time. I think we have like 5 to 10
Thank
more
you guys
minutes.
for listening to it with us. That was fun. Now we never need to hear it
I'm trying to get more info about this merch thing because I know it's kind of confusing.
Clap, clap, clap. Everybody sitting at home like, Bravo.
Well done. Well done.
bravo.
Yes, thank you guys.
Thank you.
That was the record, The Death of Peace of Mind. If you're hearing it for the first time right now, I'm sorry we talked over it.
The whole thing.
Yeah, you can just spin it one more
I like
time.
how I'm like constantly talking about how it's music you have to like pay attention to and like can't put on in the background of
Talking
conversation.
about favorite anime.
Yeah, and then we're just like, oh, my favorite anime.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Woo, people going off.
Yeah, the chat's
Come
going
here,
on.
come here, come here.
Are you going to release official instrumentals? We could. We have them. How much money you got?
Depends on.
Go eat. What should we eat for breakfast? Maybe we should talk about that.
Cinnamon,
You got that cinnamon roll over there for me.
cinnamon roll. Is that breakfast though? Is it really breakfast?
No, it's not.
No, but if we had time, I'd go to Humblebee.
Dude, that's a good spot.
Next time I'm in town.
I've actually gotten pretty good at Smash, so I'm a force to be reckoned with Rafillo and Smash.
I am. Nope. I do Mario Kart only.
Brian's the Mario Kart guy for sure.
Japan's been a minute. Hope we get back there soon.
I definitely like the new Blade Runner, just because of like the effects, and I mean the old one looked incredible for when it came out, but the new one's just very visually striking. That and Dune have the same kind of like aesthetic pleasing thing for me.
Everybody talking about food. Come on. I'm just like.
The piece of my appetite. Oh yeah, we see the fan pictures for sure in the tag section. Me and Jolly live together, and then the Knicks are on the East Coast.
Super Mario, not so much. No one that I know plays a lot of Super Mario, but they do play the Smash and the Mario Kart.
Oh, you got your merch, good. We've talked to Spirit Box a few times. They're all really cool. They're good folks.
Oh yes.
My main is Little Mac. I know we're not talking about video games anymore, but it's Little Mac.
Is that a video game?
That's the character in Smash.
Oh.
See that? Good.
All right.
None of the Omens have kids.
No one has kids.
Not that year.
Negative.
When are we going to see more of Harper? I don't know. She's not here. We're at the studio right now. We're not at my house. A lot of video game questions.
Matt, what's your favorite song?
People like, thanks, bye. Goodbye, guys.
They're asking, what's your
My
favorite?
favorite one. I like Nowhere to Go as well.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nowhere to Go is.
He's dying for us to play that one live.
Yeah, we got a whole plan.
We got a whole plan.
Yeah, we got a plan about how to make it sick. And that one's
Yes.
cool.
UK tour. We're working on it. We really are, I promise. It's just getting over there right now with the protocols is hard, and it's like I said earlier, it's very expensive to go to Europe only briefly.
Yep,
So
got to make a whole thing out of it.
we have to go like all of Europe to really make it financially realistic.
Yeah.
What is the best way to support us?
Merchandise.
Merch on tour.
Buy merch on tour on the
Yeah.
online drops.
Come see us. Buy a shirt there.
Definitely the merch in this live stream
Here.
through Veeps for sure. I know it's kind of tricky right now, the process of putting it in your cart if you haven't already got something, but you just go to the Veeps page and add it to your cart, and you can put it in with or without a ticket in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that significantly helps.
Show all your friends and family the album.
Yep.
Yep, that too.
Do that, and whenever we're close, if you have the time, yeah, pop in on the show. And that's how we see the support usually.
Yeah.
Can't be playing for empty places. That would be no fun. But I see there's a lot of people from a lot of different places that tuned into this stream, so that's a lot of fun. From Brazil, Europe,
Yep.
America, Japan,
Dubai.
Dubai.
Come
Dubai
to
people,
Dubai.
Ireland.
Ireland,
New
Yeah,
Zealand.
That's super cool.
I'd love to go to New Zealand.
We feel the love, and it's directed right back at ya.
I prefer singing for sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing with COVID is the shipping for merch is very tricky sometimes, especially internationally. Is the ski mask and the death... Is there a ski mask in it?
Australia, Brazil, Indonesia, Mexico, Germany. Hell yeah. Romania.
When will the Veeps merch ship? Well, it's all pre-order stuff because, as you know, we do like the very limited drops on our web store. So with this, there's no quantity limit.
Yes.
So it has to be pre-ordered and printed, and then it will ship. So probably a few weeks, I imagine, but
Couple weeks about.
I'm not positive.
Yeah.
No,
and-
super long time.
And you could order. You said you could order all through this weekend
Mm-hmm.
until like Sunday. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So even if when this live stream ends, you can still order throughout the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, that's sweet. I didn't know that, but now we know. Now we all know. No confusion. Whole week of buying merch.
They said, "Will the Death Note shirt ever come back?"
Yeah, they really want the
Not
Death Note
online.
shirt.
Not online.
Not that year.
Nope. That's on tour, honey.
Yeah, got to come on tour.
Yeah.
If you're in another country, you have to fly to this tour
Sorry.
to get the Death Note shirt.
Yeah, maybe we'll put it on the Empiricon store or something for
Yeah.
everyone over there.
We got flags on this tour as well of the new album.
Bum, bum, bum. Well,
Sorry for
They
yawning.
keep on telling you to stop yelling.
yeah, we're like maybe we need to, you know.
What makes us different from other bands? We're different guys.
Yeah, we're not the same people.
I'm not that guy.
I don't know. I'm not in another band, so I can't really say.
You guys tell us. Like,
Yeah, you-
why ask?
You
Just-
tell us.
You
what
tell
makes
us why we're different.
You're the the listeners. You know, I could say a lot of things, but please rescue my order. I will. I know we've been getting some customer service emails about that on the merch store, so I'll definitely have it forwarded to our guy. He's just on tour with us right now, so it might have to be handled after this tour.
Patience.
I'm not like the other band. Ice Nine Kills was a great tour.
What makes you guys different?
It's
We're
not
not
like
wearing
the
hockey
Snuggie.
pads. That's the difference.
Not like the Snuggie.
We're not wearing hockey pads.
Favorite part of creating this album?
Big Bear.
Big Bear.
Big
We
Bear.
had fun. We rented bikes, electrical bikes,
Electrical bikes.
and we had fun. We laughed.
Big
It definitely
food,
was like
hung
not
out.
as much hanging out as we thought it was gonna be. It's just mostly work, but in the downtime it was great.
Yeah. It was a nice little house. We had like a pool table. Everybody was there. We made good dinners and just, chill.
Just dethrowing your favorite. Right now I really am enjoying playing Artificial Suicide.
Same.
The
Yeah,
Death
that
of
one's
Peace of
great.
Mind. That one's fun.
That one's sick. What Do You Want From Me live is real cool.
Yeah.
Especially the way we do it live now.
Jordan Allen did my back tattoo. He also he's in that network with Davis who does our merch and stuff, and Jordan does some designs for our merch sometimes too.
Nick does too.
Yep, and Nick.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of our friends in our whole like crew and camp that have artistic ability contribute.
Yeah, we really try to keep things like in-house, and we handle a lot of our own stuff.
Yeah. Same with like the music, even like just having Michael help with a couple of songs on the record and having Jesse Cash come and write some parts. Like it's fun just making stuff with your friends, and then that's really all that matters,
Especially when your friends are as talented as ours.
That's true. We have some very talented friends. What song are you keen to play live? I really want to play Just Pretend live because that song's so fun to sing. I think that'll be a good one. A good lighter song. Flashlight song.
Oh, they're going right here. Question for both Nicks.
Arwen all day, dude. Easy.
They're gonna show yourself.
Don't question Folio's fishing game, dude.
Yeah.
Is Folio's fishing game strong or not?
I don't gotta answer that.
I got nothing to prove in the
I know
fishing
it is.
game. I don't know if we'll ever play Kingdom of Cards live.
It's called fishing, not catching. And what are you saying? Yeah.
That's right.
It's called
Yeah, fishing, not catching. Man, I still want to go fishing with you someday. That'd be so
We're gonna
fun.
do it.
That'd be so like relaxing.
What are they talking about? They want Kingdom of Card live?
Yeah, that ship has probably sailed.
Uh-huh. You want me to freaking play acoustic just because of... No.
How
No,
do
I
you take
won't.
care
I
of your
won't, no.
voice? Well, I never like yell or anything, and Brian always gets mad at me for talking too quietly.
He could use like one of those things in a little speaker.
Yeah,
Because a lot of
I'm
times
just gonna
you
start
want-
using the walkie at all
You
times.
just
The megaphone. I know last night I was like talking to Brian and I had to relay it through Steve, who was next to Brian. 'Cause Brian's also hard of hearing. So I'd be like, okay, Steve, tell Brian that. I've forgotten lyrics on stage a few times for sure.
You usually save it, though, and make up
Yeah.
new lyrics about forgetting said lyric.
Yeah, yeah. There was one day, like I think it was the first night of the Cabator, I had the coolest save. I was like, it was Limits, and it was like, I forgot the words to the verse, so the pre-chorus, I just was like, forgot the words to my own song. It was good.
you need a freaking teleprompter.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love when you like are so sure that it's that you're playing the second chorus and not the first. And that never turns out good when you're going to one part. You're like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm confused now.
Is there anything in particular you feel is a connection to the album? I was thinking recently a lot about just like the fan experience, honestly. Like, I like to watch some of the reactions to our songs in my free time. And it's just always really cool, like seeing people's response to the music and their first time experiencing it. And, just thinking about how awesome that is and how much, like, experience and history this band is accumulating in all different parts of the world. And just the fan experience itself is really cool for me. And I think that's like, I'm really realizing that like our fans and listeners are like our people, and like they're just very important people to me. Yeah. We don't even play The Worst in Me live anymore.
Let's go.
It's our least favorite song to play live.
She gone.
Ja.
Kan du tala lite svenska, Jolly? Ja, there you go.
Burning Out is a good live one.
Mm-hmm. I missed that
I
one.
like that song.
All right, we're gonna have to wrap up the questions here soon. So,
Yeah.
any final questions? Let's hit them.
Final boss.
We gotta eat and go to the next show, which is in a couple hours away.
Anaheim.
With traffic, maybe.
Yeah.
Gotta get rinsed.
In our vehicle. Yeah.
Redeem Swedish time. Don't do it.
Redeem time.
Yeah.
Twitch redeem.
Yeah, I have to talk Swedish. It's annoying.
The connection between the 3 albums is for you to find.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to. That's the whole long rabbit hole.
Yeah, we did the work. Now you can figure out the rest. You can connect the dots. We left the breadcrumbs, and you can connect the dots.
Yes, the breadcrumbs. When will you collab with Halsey? Yeah, just whenever that
When
just
she calls, dude.
comes to us, that
Yeah.
opportunity. That's totally up
She
to
says
us.
Okay.
Yeah,
When she just calls, be like, let's do
that's
it.
totally our call.
Socks would be cool.
Bedham and Socks would be dope.
Yeah. We fuck heavily with Sleep Token. And
Favorite
yeah.
merch you've come out with? Honestly, not to just keep pumping the gas on this stream, but the merch on this stream I'm really excited about, and I'm definitely gonna pick up that hoodie.
This hoodie kicks ass.
Yeah.
Cooks.
Yeah.
It's
Cooks
very
ass.
tough.
It kicks ass.
This hoodie cooks ass.
Cooks.
I haven't seen it.
Oh man. Oh yeah, Blue Ridge is gonna be good. It was dope last year. Hedonist, I forget about that. song.
Adonis.
Adonis.
Hedonist. Oh, don't say that. People are gonna think that's how you say it.
Y'all like Adonis?
Next music video. Y'all just want spoilers. You don't actually want to ask questions about the record. You just want the spoilers. Oh man.
Alright, final little info for
Yep.
merch. There it is. They can log out and then they can add merch if they log out.
There you go. Matt08977 has the instruction if you want to pick up merch this weekend
They
from
didn't let me make
Veeps.
a name. It's me.
Well, there he is.
Yeah.
Log out of your Veeps account and you can find an added merch to your cart again. Just take the ticket out of your cart.
Yep.
Lovely.
Nice. Well, we're gonna wrap this up now.
Yes.
It's about time we're about to get picked up to go to the next show. But
Yeah, we got work to do.
thank
but
you guys so much for tuning in with us. This
Truly.
was awesome. Thank
was
you for
fun.
listening to the Death Peace of Mind. Remember
Thank
to show all your friends,
Mhm.
show your family. If you like it, just keep spinning it. Come out to a show this tour. We're on tour right now with Under Oath, Spirit Box, and Straight from the Path. And it's going to be a very busy year for the Death of Peace of Mind. So don't sleep on it.
Yes, we want to see you all, so
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
stay
Yes,
safe.
Stay safe. Thank you
sure.
guys so much.
Thank you.